stolen, but we just don't know the reason why that this suspect is on the run. And we are also joining now our Facebook Live viewers as well. So we're a little bit on every kind of platform that you can have. Let's see if police are going to be able to get a stop here or a possible pin. But this is that black pickup truck that we are taking a look at, folks. Skyfox Live there in San Francisco, trying to get this car to pull over. Does not look like it wants to stop. And, you know, so many times with these police chases, the suspects know eventually that they are going to get caught, but want to continue to maybe press their luck and want to try to extend the last moments there of freedom that they can, but never a good thing to do, because you put so many people's lives at risk when you're doing this. And but these suspects only care about really one person, and that's the person in the car, and just them. So we're still trying to get a little bit more reports on what exactly led up to this, but obviously police chase going on live here in San Francisco. Doesn't appear to be too erratic at this time, so that's the good news there. But at any time, something can happen where it would get maybe the suspect a little bit more erratic. So you can see, oh, that's a great shot there. Okay, we're looking at the US 101 northbound there, and this is on the southbound side there. It looks like that feed is breaking up just a little bit. Let's see if we could get it back. Yes, we did. Sometimes it'll go a little bit in and out. This is the southbound on the 101 right now, and you can see the cars pulling over to the side there. They do see police in the area, but that suspect still not stopping. So we're going to see if they potentially do a pit maneuver or try to stop. Maybe they'll try to get some stop sticks going too, but it's kind of hard to do that on a highway. You might puncture innocent people and not the suspect if they're able to get out of the way. So we continue to monitor this. Welcome to News Now, everybody. If you are just joining us, this is out in San Francisco. Police trying to have this this black pickup truck stop. We're also getting a gauge there on the speed, and looks about to be 40 miles per hour right now. But a lot of traffic there in the area on this Monday morning right now. So increasing speeds there. That is a unique shot that we're able to provide to you right now. I've never seen where it's the radar on this feed here. So that's a unique thing right now that we have for you on News Now, a new feature that we're able to clock in the speeds here. Now it's increasing there, but suspect really at this point not doing anything erratic. That's the good news, but hopefully they'll come to the senses and just want to pull over, and so they don't put any innocent people at risk or police there. But yeah, you just never know how these things might end up. We just had a police chase last week here in Phoenix. If you were part, we showed that to you in full right here on News Now, and a pit maneuver that couldn't stop the suspect, and then that suspect flew down rural there in Tempe and eventually got in a bad accident. But this time we take you to San Francisco for the very latest police chase that we are covering for you on News Now. You just never know sometimes what you're going to get during a day, and that's one of the great things about News Now, is that we take feeds from all over the country, and when breaking news does occur, we go right to it, and we show it to you in full too. So thanks to everybody joining us here, and on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube, we're on Fox 10 Extra, a little bit of everything for you. We got the TV, the digital side, all wrapped up here for you. But once again, suspect not wanting to stop, doesn't look like at any point. So you can see the other cars, they're getting out of the way. They see the police lights, they see the siren. I mean, they hear the sirens, but hopefully this will end pretty soon. The more and more, you put more people at risk, the odds continue to go up, especially now we're increasing the speeds here. This is a new feature, though, that we're able to provide you with the radar. You can see just how fast they're clocked in for right now. We do appreciate all our viewers here watching with us here on News Now. This is coming out in San Francisco. Police chase just joining us. Welcome. This suspect has been covering it for you for the last 5 or 6 minutes here and still not wanting to stop. This is on the 101 on the southbound lanes here, but more and more traffic. It just seems like he's using this whole left lane as his. Okay, now we have a potential stop here, more stop in traffic. Let's see what the suspect is going to be doing. He's going to try to slide in here. Looks like that one car was maybe trying to stop there, but to no avail. So pursuit continues on. Thank you for joining us here. And once again, viewer discretion, though, he is always heavily advised during these situations because we just do not know how this will wrap up. This is in San Francisco. Police continuing their pursuit of this black pickup truck. It's just another week, and once again, another week brings another police chase here on News Now. Hoping for the very best end, though. Hopefully this suspect will come to the senses here and just say, you know what, enough's enough. I'm going to get busted anyway. There are helicopters high above. There's police right behind me. Now we're increasing speeds here, close to 75 miles per hour now. Never good when those speeds do increase. That obviously better chance of a wreck could involve here. So now getting off there at the 101 looks like okay, we have a frozen shot there. We'll continue to wait, see if we could get it back there. We do. So sometimes it'll just go a little bit in and out here for us. 62 miles per hour now, new feature of the radar that we're able to provide you here. And once again, pursuit continues to go on here. Now we're really getting some high speeds there. Stay right here with us as these shots do come a little bit in and out. Okay, we just lost that shot. Now it did come back. Alrighty, we're back with it. Pursuit is still on 75 miles per hour. New feature right here on News Now. And for those of you just joining us here on News Now, we are continuing to provide you these live aerials out in San Francisco of a police chase. So many times these suspects just do not want to stop because they are obviously just thinking about themselves, and that's the very sad component of these chases is that, well, they just don't want to stop. It doesn't seem like they do, and the pursuit is still going on. We've seen speeds anywhere from 40 miles per hour to about 85. That's the highest I saw it that it got up to, but we're continuing to provide you these aerials here. Okay, it looks like, all right, we see the suspect's hand there. He's motioning. He looks like he's just motioning to the helicopter. He's holding, maybe he's holding something out. I don't know what that is. And we continue to still provide you these live aerials here in San Francisco. News Now covering once again another police chase, and these speeds have been going anywhere from 40 to about 75, 80 miles per hour. We're hoping that this suspect will eventually come to the senses here and just want to pull over. I mean, anytime you're dealing with this that could lead to a wreck. We saw that just last week here in Phoenix, a very bad wreck from a police pursuit, and we covered that for you right here on News Now. And But you just never know how these things might end, and that's why a lot of people, when they see a police chase, they want to see how it ends, and usually they'll watch it from the middle all the way to the end. And if obviously you're watching from the beginning, you're going to watch it to the end as well here. But another, once again, busy day here on the News Now. Is you just never know how these live situations are going to happen. That's why we always say viewer discretion is advised for this police chase. And you know, it's a breaking news day when we're going to hear from Ron Hoon one more time here today. So lots happening here in San Francisco with this police chase we've been covering for the last 15 minutes, and still doesn't want it to pull over here.
So has he managed to get himself off the 101 and onto that cross bay bridge?
Just a bit ago, he did get off that 101.
Okay. And so when they were wide a second ago, it looked like we had water on all sides. So I wonder if that's that Cross Bay Bridge that's kind of down toward the South Bay. That would sort of make sense. It's unusual, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, San Francisco, they seem so laid back up there. It's not like an LA situation where we have them, you know, almost weekly out of Los Angeles. This is a little different.
It is a little different. You know, that's a good point. Usually, I would say, you know, it's obviously always, it seems like LA for a police chase, but then sometimes you get Texas, and then,
right?
Wow, and then even last week, where I was telling everybody,
yes,
you know, we had that bad police pursuit there.
I think that somehow I think that it was Samia and me. I'm not sure where you were that day that we had the Oklahoma out in the fields of Oklahoma.
Yes.
Do you remember that one?
I remember that one.
Okay.
That one lasted 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It lasted the whole News Now
yes,
show.
I know. All across, you know, fields out there outside of
what does he have
Oklahoma
there?
City.
What is he? He's this is weird. He has some sort.
Who are you talking to? What's he?
I don't know.
Like he thinks somebody like he thinks that if he is talking to a police officer who's nearby, that he can hear him.
I'm very confused about what he has there or what he's motioning. And this is a new feature too, Ron.
Yes.
Did you see
yeah, I like
see
that.
how
I like
fast
the clock.
yeah.
77, 70. Because you don't get the good perspective that you would if you were on the ground. And a little while ago, it was showing speeds in the 30s, and now he's up to 82, 83.
I know. And with only one hand on the wheel.
Did he just throw it out, whatever it was?
I don't know if he lost it.
I saw him throw something.
But anytime, you know, you have one hand just on the wheel, look at both hands. Yeah, he looks a little erratic there.
Yeah. Well, as you well know, nearly all of our crashes that are wrong way freeway crashes in the valley, drinking or drugs have played a role. This guy here, we won't know till much later on after he's arrested, but don't be shocked if that's the case here as well.
Mm. Yeah, no, he still has whatever. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And, you know, when police see that this individual is really just seems erratic, they might just step back a little too, where they don't want to, you know, scare him any more that they could.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what this guy's going to do. It looks like a total wild card.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a wild card situation, definitely, that police have for themselves. And we're just hoping that everyone stays safe and all the innocent people there on the roadways are able to stay safe there too. Okay, now we're getting a nice wide out shot here.
There you go.
We're a little bit more wide now, and you could see that maybe the police did step back a little. Ooh, look at the traffic though on the other side though. Can you imagine if he was on that side?
Right.
That would be.
This is the thing that always blows my mind is wherever I'm in California driving, traffic's always crawling.
Mm-hmm.
And how these guys manage to find the freeways that are wide open, it makes no sense.
That's so true. That's so true, because it's like, how do that one person find us?
Yeah. Well, you know, and we had our own really dangerous police chase here in the valley just a few days ago, where they tried to do the pit maneuver. It almost worked, and then the guy squeezed out of it just in the nick of time. And 15 seconds later, he had a near head-on with this poor lady who was innocently driving down the road in her car. That was in Tempe. And so, you know, they can actually have really horrific endings. The vast majority of the time, it usually ends with somebody flinging open a door.
He's not even looking at the road.
Oh, no. See. But, I mean, usually it ends one of two ways. They stop and they either fling open the door and flee.
Yep. I don't know why we're kind of like...
we're ghost-like here.
Ghosts, yeah. That was weird.
Or they at least will stop it and get down on the ground and put their hands right on the ground and comply with the orders. But take a look at this. This guy has managed to find a freeway. He's back on dry land again. He's managed to, oh, look,
there we go.
CA92. Okay.
So California 92 eastbound now.
Okay, so we're going to check that out.
So check that. Oh, I love this.
System, huh?
Yeah, so that's nice. So he's just crossing there over at Jackson Street, looks like.
Yep, okay, so that was that Cross Bay Bridge, sure enough, that he was on.
Okay, speed's increasing now. Getting close to 90 miles per hour. Still just one hand on that wheel. Very scary.
Yeah.
Still motioning out with some sort of, I don't know what he's holding.
And he's going to have to decide here in a minute what his next move is going to be, because that freeway, he's in a situation where that particular freeway is going to merge into a bunch of others. You've got the 880 coming up. So that's, look at that. Campeche Street.
And really, I mean, there is...
Chapman Court. It's fantastic.
This is pretty much free and open here, too.
Yeah.
We're getting, this is a big straight shot, but he's taking the speed still about 75 miles per hour here, so nothing really too excessive. But you can still see the police presence behind him.
So once he gets past the Hesperian Boulevard exit, he's going to come to a huge interchange. Now, to me, this is going to be sort of a moment of decision, because surely at least some of those freeways are going to be clogged up, right?
Yeah.
Remember, it's 9:30 there,
Yep.
10:30 here, so they're just kind of winding down their morning commute. And we did see some freeways that were jammed up, but what's he going to do here once he approaches either the 880 or then there'll be another freeway? He's going right into the heart of Hayward, where there's another freeway, the 238. So what he ends up doing, we shall find out.
Now, Ron, because were they able to close this off? Because there's nobody on the road here. Were they able to close this off?
Good question.
I wonder.
Well, see, now he did get off the freeway. He's crossing Santa Clara Street there. And so, yeah, it just gets more dangerous.
Oh, sure. Now,
when he gets off the...
But because he's off the freeway, doesn't this give them a better chance for a pit maneuver then? They wouldn't want to do one.
Yes.
They wouldn't want to do it on the freeway.
Yeah. If they were to get fortunate enough to get him to stop. We're going to go check out Tarman Avenue. Okay. So he has the freeway. He's decided not to get on the 880 either direction.
So we'll see.
Well, I'll see that. Well, you wonder, because right there, that would have been a good pit maneuver location.
All right, so we're getting this, obviously all residential now.
Yeah.
And this is what I worry about, too, then. You know, once they get off the freeway, you don't know if there's going to be a kid somewhere in the street or, you know, a family walking by, and then they get clipped.
I know. I mean, it was one of the most heart-stopping events that I've seen, Mike, in many years when we watched that police chase come to an end in Tempe.
Oh, yeah, just last week.
To see the guy just plow into this poor lady, this poor innocent victim who was just driving down the road.
All right,
well, right there he got around him like he was going to do the pit maneuver. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder... well, I'm sure it's complicated because they're talking on the radio and trying to figure out where he is. They're communicating with their command center, and at the same time, they got their aerial assets. They've got their own helicopter that's up there flying around, keeping real good track of him. What they could use would be a situation where he could get jammed up into traffic.
Okay, now this might have been the opportunity.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh, there's a pit. There goes a pit.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Is advised, everybody.
Well, hopefully this guy's just
Okay.
going to do. He has no choice but to comply
Yeah.
with their. Right now, to comply with exactly what they're saying. It looks like we are going to have this thing come to an ending.
Okay, it looks like he has the arm out there. But then
Yeah.
again, he had the arm out pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
So that was a. You
Well,
see
they're
the-
walking right up.
Yep.
I'm sure they're just screaming, "Show me your hands!"
Yep.
And they pull them out. At least they're reaching in to grab him and
So
get
that
him
was
out of there.
that was almost like that was a very textbook
Wasn't it?
pit maneuver there.
I mean, the guy almost had him on a full 360 with that pit maneuver, and it was a solo pit maneuver. Sometimes we see a second officer that'll come up and try to bang him from
sure.
the other side.
Yeah, but all you just need a little nudge, just spin that
Yep.
around, and
Yeah.
and they do have the suspect now in custody. Okay, well at least that ended safely there.
Well, yeah, take a look now. Now is when you see, I really feel, Mike, that we in our business, we should do a better job following up with all the information after arrests are made so people understand that this isn't something that you should ever attempt, because not only is it going to end up with you in handcuffs and then you in the police station, it's going to end up with you in jail.
Yes,
And
yes.
potentially, depending on the legal system, the judicial system in the state you live in, because let's face it, every state's a little bit different. But there in California, no doubt, he is going to face multiple charges, and you would think would ultimately end up in prison for a number of years. I just feel like we should probably do more digging to follow up a week later, a month later, a year later. Hey, remember that police chase in San Francisco? The guy got 2.5 years. The guy got 5
Sure,
years. The
sure.
guy got 10 years.
Yeah,
That
just
kind
so
of
it puts some more context in there.
Correct. Like the guy that guy that caused the head-on or near head-on here in Tempe just the other day. Think of the people's lives that
Oh,
he
yes.
put at risk. It is a flat-out miracle that the lady that he hit, A, lived, and B, didn't even suffer any serious injuries. Okay, so the guy's right there. He's in cuffs.
So they were finally able to
Got his red gym shorts on.
yeah, they were able to get him there in custody. All right, so great job there by San Francisco and the California State Highway.
You just wonder, though, sometimes if it's a situation where, as we say, drinking or drugs could have played a role. Frequently, it has to do with a theft. It has somebody trying to get away from the police because they are a car thief, or they maybe robbed a bank or a business, that kind of thing. But you just wonder how often it's a situation where somebody just panics,
Yeah.
And at first he's like, I'm not pulling over. And then the next thing you know, it's 3 minutes later and you have a full-on police chase on your hands.
Yes.
I wonder how often it is a situation like that. This guy just looks like he came from the gym,
That's
doesn't
true.
he?
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
in his gym shorts there on a quiet Monday morning in Hayward, California.
Yep. So at least that was able to wrap there safely. Didn't look like anybody was involved there, so that's a good sign.
Yes. Now, there are several other big breaking stories that we're trying to wrap our arms around